Let's taste out some Reign Storm. Yes, it's a play on words. The name Reign comes from like ruling like over a country kind of thing. Therefore, I'm guessing Reign Storm is like them storming the energy drink market because, you know, Monster, who owns Reign, wants to take over all the energy drinks. So they're storming the fridges, and that's where I think, no. You think Reign, oh. Like when it's raining outside, storm, rainstorm. Yeah, that's Hey everyone, Caffeine Man here. Yes, I am still here. Hopefully my April Fool's joke wasn't too much for some of you, but I am here and I finally got my hands on the Reign Storm. Tons of people have been requesting this, especially since it's in a lot more stores now, so everyone's seeing it and saying, Caffeine Man, why haven't you reviewed this yet? Well, I had to wait for it to come to stores near me, and I've actually even had a bunch of my subscribers offer to send it to me, so thank you to everyone who offered to send me this drink, but I knew it was so popular that it would be in stores near me, so I did wait it out an extra week or so. I have that review for you coming right up. Hello again everyone, thank you so much for joining me today where I go over everyday energy for everyday people. It is primarily energy drink reviews, but I do the occasional caffeinated product and caffeine safety video, so if that sounds right for you, feel free to hit that subscribe button. I post new videos every Tuesday night and one of the weekends. And if you guys want to know how to save money on energy drinks, be sure to check out my website, caffeineman1.com, where I have all my coupon codes to help you guys save money. You can also find out a little bit more about me, as well as sign up for my newsletter where I go over what I went over last week and what is going to be coming up this week. So check out caffeineman1.com. And in today's video, we're going over the new Reign Storm. I'm going to be telling you a little bit about this drink in general, then I'll be going over some of the ingredients in here that make it a little bit different, and finishing up with a taste test of all 4 flavors, timestamps and chapters down below so you can go where you want to go. Reign Storm is Reign's new line of energy drinks, and although most people were excited that Reign was coming out with a new line of drinks, there were some people that were a little bit put off by it. Everyone was amazed when Reign first came out. They came out of the gates hard, and they did an absolutely amazing job. And after they came out with their original 6 flavors that were really amazing to compete with some other major company, they actually started releasing some original drinks, which were also really great, and everyone was absolutely hyped up by what Reign was doing in the energy drink world. But then COVID happened, and we're not sure if COVID had anything to do with it because COVID affected a lot of different things, but Reign pretty much became almost non-existent for new drinks. I believe they only came out with 2 or 3 new energy drinks last year, and the year before that it was the same situation. So they came out of the gates really hard, and then they just kind of slowed down, and when that happens, people start to switch their brands a little bit. They get excited by C4 coming out with all their new flavors. They get excited by Ghost coming out with their new flavors, and Rise and lots of other supplement companies, and they kind of switch over to some of these drinks because you're not releasing any new drinks. But why do they actually have to have a new line? Well, they already came out with their original pre-workout energy drink, so they kind of have that covered, and then they actually went a step above and they went with their thermogenic blend for even more pre-workout benefits. But when it comes to energy drinks, there's a lot of different ways that you can go. They could still do something with a nootropic energy drink going full nootropic, or they could do something that's a cross between pre-workout and nootropic, which a lot of companies are doing. They're giving you stuff that's good for working out, but they're also giving you stuff that's good for focus. Not to mention the other energy drinks that are coming out that are based on hydration. There have been 1 or 2 that have gone that route. And with so many different supplements coming out with so many different drinks, there's a lot of different options, so they're giving you variety and what your body needs. But what exactly is in Storm to make it different than their other energy drink lines? Well, Reign Storm is calling themselves a clean energy. I was a little bit hesitant when I first heard about this release being a clean energy, because usually the clean energies usually mean a natural energy, which usually means they're going with like stevia, monk fruit, and other all natural organic ingredients. But that's not the way they went, and I was happy that they didn't go that route because I can't have stevia and monk fruit, and there's a decent amount of people, a small percentage, but still a decent amount of people that that don't like stevia and monk fruit, and Monster or Reign are known to want to go for the masses and not really want to exclude too many people. Now this can is actually a 12-ounce can, which really seems to be the trend nowadays. There are so many 12-ounce cans out there, and I'm not sure if it has anything to do with COVID, because there was an aluminum shortage and a lot of companies were having problems getting 16-ounce cans, so some companies switched over to 12-ounce cans. But there might be a market for 12-ounce cans too, because some people don't like drinking 16 ounces. It takes them a while to get through the 16 ounces, and a 12-ounce is more doable. So it's a matter of if you're using these energy drinks for the benefits in the drink, and 12 ounces is the right amount for you. But I know for a lot of us, we love some of the flavors, and if we're getting a really good flavor, we want 16 ounces. And that 12-ounce can does have 200 milligrams of caffeine, so you should get a pretty decent boost of energy from it. And it seems like the crowd that they're aiming for is based on immune support, fat loss, and clean energy. What does clean energy actually refer to though? Well, in most cases, it revolves around natural caffeine. Natural caffeine takes the body slightly longer to process, therefore you get a longer lasting energy, a longer lasting caffeine out of it, and that natural caffeine should help balance out some of the jittery effects that you get from synthetic caffeine that hits your system harder. Now most drinks that promote themselves as clean energy usually have other nootropic ingredients in there, and usually go the route of smart energy, because those ingredients also help with focus and balance out the jittery effects of caffeine. But it looks like this Reign Storm is kind of playing heavily on just the natural caffeine for your clean energy, which is perfectly fine because natural caffeine does that. But if you're promoting clean energy, you usually kind of want another nootropic ingredient in there. But nothing wrong with just having natural caffeine. Why don't we go ahead and take a closer look at the ingredients and nutrition facts panel. In looking at the nutrition facts panel and ingredients, oddly enough, there are two flavors that are actually different than the other two. So let's discuss those differences. The orange and the grape both have 280 milligrams of sodium, 5 grams of carbs, and 2 grams of erythritol. Whereas the peach and the kiwi have 270 milligrams of sodium and 3 grams of carbs, but they don't use erythritol. Very interesting why two of the flavors would have erythritol and the other two don't. We'll see if that makes a difference when we get to the taste test. As for everything else in the drinks, everything else remains the same throughout the line. You're only going to have 10 calories in these cans, 0 fat, 0 sugar, 0 protein. You are going to be getting 25% of your daily value of vitamin A, 25% of your vitamin C, and 100% of your B3, your B5, your B6, your B12, and your B7, which is your biotin. So you are getting 100% of a lot of your B vitamins, not to mention 50% of your daily value of zinc and 100% of your chromium. And I know I definitely don't get enough chromium in my diet. Actually, I don't know if I do. I'm just assuming I don't because I don't really know what chromium is. But I'm guessing it's a vitamins. This is in the vitamin section, and they are actually giving you a lot of vitamins in this drink. You can see why they're saying it's good for your immune support. Like I said before, you are getting 200 milligrams of caffeine in this 12-ounce can, and that 200 milligrams is coming from green tea extract, guarana extract, guayusa extract, and Panax ginseng extract. All right, that is everything you need to know. Let's taste it out. Just gonna grab them from the Caffeine Man fridge. You guys are looking to save money on energy drinks, check out Campus Protein. They have a super large selection of sugar-free energy drinks, and you can save 10% off when you use coupon code CaffeineMan10. Let's taste out some Reign Storm. Yes, it's a play on words. The name Reign comes from like ruling like over a country kind of thing. Therefore, I'm guessing Reign Storm is like them storming the energy drink market, because you know Monster, who owns Reign, wants to take over all the energy drinks. So they're storming the fridges, and that's where I think no. You think Reign? Oh. Like when it's raining outside, storm, rainstorm. Yeah, that's I like my analogy, Reign storming the energy drink market, but I think yours is closer. So let's just let's taste them out. First one up is going to be the Harvest Grape. Like the cans, they put a lot of effort into it. They got a nice textured background, 2 different colors to represent the flavor. And even though they're calling this Harvest Grape, making it a nice fancy name, the flavors aren't that fancy. You got grape, orange, peach, and kiwi. They're going very basic with the flavors, and I'm not overly happy with them, but hey, they're trying to appeal to everyone, so they're getting a little bit of something for everybody, I guess. Let's taste it out. A nice harvest grape color going on there. That color is being brought to you by fruit juice because they don't want to have too many artificial things in here, so no artificial colors, just fruit juice. See how they did with their very basic grape flavor, and I'm not a huge fan of grape or orange flavors, but a lot of companies do a good job at it because it's really hard to mess up grape and orange. Let's see how they did with it. For your carbonation, I'd say you're getting a medium to high carbonation, closing in on high. For your sweetness, I am going to say they're also giving you a medium to high sweetness, closing in on high, and it's really almost hitting that high mark for me. And I think that after you drink a little bit more, it is probably going to stack, and you're going to hit that low end of high. And for your flavor profile, I am also going to say medium to high, closing in on high, and they are giving you almost a lot of everything, but not really, if that makes sense. It seems like from the normal range flavors are very potent and powerful, and it looks like they toned them down just a little bit, not much. Still a good solid flavor, still a solid amount of sweetness and carbonation. They just didn't go over the top with it. And for that grape flavor, it is kind of interesting because I usually tend to say that these drinks, when it comes to grape and orange flavors, they usually either go more towards like a grape juice or more towards a soda kind of grape, which is more of your candied kind of grape. And this one isn't kind of going either way. It's kind of a cross between the two, and it's really tasting more like more towards a natural grape kind of flavor. Like if you were eating grapes, that's kind of the feeling that they're giving you. And it's not really grape juice because those grape juices tend to be a bit more potent and stronger than what an actual grape tastes like. When you eat grapes, they taste like grape, but they're not like super sweet or super potent like your grape juices are. So if you're someone who's looking for a slightly lighter grape flavor than most of the other ones on the market and closer to a natural grape flavor, I think they did a really great job with it. So let's go ahead, take a look at the Caffeine Man rating chart, see where this one's gonna rate. I think it's really good, and I think a lot of the ones that are higher up on the list, because there's a lot on the list, a lot of competition for grape flavors, they're usually stronger and more potent flavors, but I'm not going to let that hurt this too much, because if you're looking for a lighter, solid grape flavor, I think that's what they're going for, and it's a pretty good flavor. I'm actually going to give it an 8.8. May not be a super high score, but still, it's a very good drink. I think you guys are going to like it. Yeah, it's worth a shot to try it at least once. But if you're looking for grape soda, not really giving you that grape soda feel, but I think I already said that. Let's move on to the next one. Next one up is the Valencia Orange. Valencia. Getting all sorts of fancy, like with their harvest grape. Harvest grape, the harvest, like they're going for more of a natural grape. They're harvesting them from the grape field. See, and in Valencia, I don't know, I need to look that one up. Valencia, city of Spain. That's not what I'm looking for. Type in Valencia Orange, and there you go. A sweet orange named after the famous oranges in Valencia, Spain. So yeah, Valencia, Spain. I guess they're giving us a Spanish orange flavor. Caffeine Man, dropping the knowledge for you. Mostly because I didn't know what it was. I mean, it sounded like a city, but my world geography isn't up to par. And they're giving you a good Valencia, Spain orange color there. It's not too dark. It's a little bit light in the orange color. It's a bit more yellow than it is orange, really, to be honest. Which makes me think, compared to that grape one, it's probably going to be a little bit lighter in flavor. Although orange is a very strong flavor. Let's just taste it out, find out. That's rain out there. I'm not sure if you can hear it. It's pouring. So for your carbonation, it is a medium to high carbonation, but it is a bit closer to medium than it is to high. It's really giving you this nice smoother orange feel to it. Your sweetness, medium to high, closing in on high. They give you a decent amount of sweetness and just enough to pull back on that strong citrus flavor and acidic flavor that you can sometimes get from oranges. And for your flavor profile, I am going to say that they are actually hitting the low end of high. And for that flavor, the best way I can explain this is that it is exactly all the same stuff from the grape, but with orange flavor. It's not like an orange soda, it's not like an orange juice, it's kind of a cross between. It's a little bit lighter than most of your orange flavors out there. And listen, they are following through with this theme that they have going on. They have this lighter, natural theme going on. So if you're looking for an energy drink that's not as super strong and punch of power, but looking for something light and refreshing and not going the way of like the super healthy energy drinks, but giving you a healthy feel to them, I would actually say they're trying to kind of compete maybe with like Celsius, with the natural vibe that they're giving you, but they're giving you a much better flavor. Maybe like a cross of the natural flavor Celsius gives you and trying to be a little bit more stronger like an energy drink, like your common energy drinks, and it's a mix in between there. So it's a stronger Celsius kind of flavor without giving you that natural healthy flavor, giving you a good sweet healthy flavor. Where's this one going to be on the Caffeine Man rating chart? I definitely like it better personally than a lot of the other oranges, because I tend to think the other oranges are too strong, and I don't like the strong oranges. It's a little bit too sickly sweet for me in some cases. So to get a lighter feel orange, I'm really kind of enjoying this lighter feel to the drinks. I think they're going to be a great summertime drink, or just someone who likes energy drinks. I know a lot of guys out there. My audience is primarily a male-based audience, and maybe your significant other doesn't like a lot of the energy drinks because they're just too sweet or too strong. You might want to let them try this and say, hey, Caffeine Man said this is a little bit lighter. It might be your thing. And if you're a guy who doesn't like energy drinks because they're too strong, then this might be your thing as well. Did I give it a score yet? No, let me give it a score. I'm going to give this one an 8.9. I think they did a good job with it. And like I said, if you guys are looking for some light and refreshing, sweet, natural flavors, I think you're going to like these drinks. I'm expecting something similar. The next two, moving on to those two. These two are the ones that had erythritol too. So I'm a fan of erythritol. Not sure how much you can taste erythritol. I just like the idea of that being a sugar alcohol, which is a natural sugar substitute. They still have the sucralose in there, but I just like erythritol. Let's see if I like the other two just as much. And here is the can for the Kiwi Blend. As you can see on the picture, it is a picture of a kiwi, and if you're wondering what that blend is, there is also a green apple on there. So as much as kiwi isn't really my thing, kiwi is a good complementary flavor, and strawberry kiwi is usually what companies go with. They're doing a green apple kiwi. Definitely interested to see what this flavor is going to taste like. There we go. Very, very light kiwi color, or light green apple color, or light kiwi blend color. Taste it out. Alright, 3 for 3 with similar stats. We're getting a medium carbonation out of there. All of them are a little bit lighter than what you would normally get from your standard energy drinks. Your sweetness is on that low end of high. It is just crossing over that barrier from medium to high. And your flavor profile is also going to be on the low end of high, and it's actually a pretty good drink. You're getting a good mix of the apple and the kiwi, and I think from most kiwi drinks that I'm remembering, it's usually a little bit lighter, and I think they bumped up the kiwi flavor just a little bit because they did go lighter with the apple flavor. It's not your strong, potent green apple flavor. It is a light green apple flavor. And you can see the trend with these drinks going for more of a lighter feel, but a nicely sweetened, light and natural feel. And I would say they're probably giving you a good like 60% like apple flavor, light apple flavor, with that 40% kiwi flavor being in there, which I think is a little bit more kiwi than you normally see in your kiwi drinks. And it's definitely a good flavor. So let's go ahead and put it on the Caffeine Man rating chart. And this is going to get an 8.8. I think it is a good solid flavor, and it's light and refreshing. And once again, all the same stuff. I'm not going to keep repeating myself. I'm going to try not to keep repeating myself. Now let's move on to that peach nectarine. Very curious how that's going to go. Out of all the flavors, peach nectarine is probably my favorite. Let's see how a lighter, more refreshing peach nectarine tastes. And I got one in my head that I think is going to be similar to, because not too many have gone that way, but we'll find out. Here's the peach nectarine. And we have a clear color. I mean, there's a tinge of maybe something in there. Actually, it does say it has beta carotene for color, so they are giving you a little bit of color in there, so maybe a not so clear color. Alright, we got the same trend going on for the carbonation, your sweetness, and your flavor profile. So let's just jump right into that flavor. It's a really good peach flavor, peach nectarine flavor. And what I was saying was I was wondering if it was going to be similar to that Monster Ultra Peachy Keen. They did a really great job with that, and it was one of the first peach flavors that actually went with a natural peach flavor without being too natural like your Celsius peaches and super healthy peaches. And it wasn't really giving you that candy sweet peach. It was giving you a nice natural peach flavor, and this is very, very similar to that. I usually say reminiscent to that, but I don't think it's even reminiscent. Reminiscent is like somewhat close to that. This is similar, being a lot closer to being the same, but it does give you that little bit of nectarine in there too, and a decent amount of nectarine. You get the peach flavor up front, probably like a 70% peach, and then you're getting about a 30% back end nectarine flavor, and it's really, really good. I really actually like it the best out of all four of them, and I would say they probably did, I mean, Monster and Reign, same company, and they have been known to have similar flavors like Monster Reserve Orange Dreamsicle, Reign Orange Dreamsicle. I mean, they're the same company, so why not copy your same formulas? Change them up a little bit. You know, they are a little bit different, but they're both really great orange creamsicles, and I really think they did a good job. So if you're someone who likes the Peachy Keen Ultra Monster, I think you're gonna like this. They do add a little bit of nectarine in there to make it a little bit different, and it still does go that natural peach kind of flavor route. So why don't we take a look at the Caffeine Man rating chart? Well, most of these were the same in feel. They had the same theme going through them all, and although those were in the high 8s, this one's definitely going to be hitting the 9s. I like it just a touch better, just a little bit better than the Ultra Peachy Keen, which I've actually been drinking a lot more lately. I am going to give this a 9.3. Great job to Reign with their new line overall. Really liking that peach nectarine the best. These are in stores everywhere, so you should be able to easily pick it up. If they're in stores near me, they should definitely be in stores near you. If you guys want to know how quirky or funny I might be, I actually did a compilation video based on viewers' requests of what they thought were my funniest moments. You can check that out right there. Or if you just want to find out more about Reign, you can see which ones I like the best. Don't forget to hit that subscribe button, and until next time, have yourselves a great day. Or night.